Welcome to the Master Festo podcast. Get ready to be inspired as you get all the tools and secrets on how to master your mind by the mental master herself. She's a speaker, inspirational coach, and author. Here's your host, Isabel Elias, the Queen of Inspiration.
Thank you. Welcome to my podcast, Mastering Your Mind. The episodes on Mastering Your Mind are based on my teachings. Now, I don't claim to know everything about the mind, but I sure do know a lot. I've studied and worked with the mind for decades using the theory of the mind methodology. Now, in my many years of working with clients, I witnessed amazing results. Breakthroughs in relationships, releasing the past, weight loss, pain management, and more. My life purpose is about making a difference. This is how I can live my purpose. In the last episodes, we worked on the division of the mind with a focus on the subconscious mind. In this episode, the focus is on the conscious mind and manifestation, how thoughts become things. You will learn how to take control of your mind and be the master of your life. See, if you don't control your mind, it will control you. Here's what you can expect from the episodes on Mastering Your Mind. The episodes will be from 15 to 30 minutes weekly on Tuesday. During these episodes, I am going to give you all I've got. And if you get one takeaway, one golden nugget from my episode, I will be happy. Now, I recommend that you listen once, then listen a second time, so you can take notes. I'm going to share some good stuff with you, and I will share some great quotes from people I admire, like Deepak Chopra, Oprah Winfrey, Martin Luther King, Maya Angelou, Eckhart Tolle, and more. And by the way, I will have guests for you at times. So let's review some important areas I covered in the last episode. You learned that the subconscious mind has about 90% of the mental power. 90%. And the conscious mind has only 10% of the mental power. You also learn that the subconscious mind is in full swing from birth to 8 years old. The conscious mind kicks in between 8 and 12 years old. You also learn that the child is always in the subconscious mind, seeking pleasure and avoiding pain, and taking in many experiences, both good and bad. And it does not evaluate or judge those experiences. If the experiences are known to the subconscious, it is pleasure. Therefore, if you are loved as a child, your subconscious sees this as pleasure. Unfortunately, if you are abused as a child, the subconscious mind also sees this as pleasure. Why? Because it is a known. Anything that is not experienced is not known. Therefore, it is pain. You see, if the child only experiences abuse and someone tries to show affection to that child, it can be painful to the child because affection is not known to the subconscious. This is why, as adults, some people keep finding themselves in abusive relationships. The subconscious has been programmed to find abuse. Now let's look at the power of the conscious mind. Now, even though it only has 10% of mental power and only retains and remembers the events and feelings for approximately 1 hour, there is a lot to say about the conscious mind. The conscious mind is all about thoughts. All about thoughts. It is the vessel that holds the thoughts. First, it gives us an endless stream of thought traffic, a highway of thoughts. Then it observes the thoughts. Then it selects the thoughts. Those selected thoughts become our beliefs. It creates a lot of chaos in our life. Why, you might ask? Because this is where the ego abides. The ego is the I we think we are, and it brings all negative emotions, then puffs itself up by posturing with blind attitude. So I refer to the conscious mind as the ego mind. The ego mind is creating our life. It is in control. Golden nugget. If you don't take control of your ego mind, it will control you. The ego mind questions, judges, and evaluates. It is opinionated, always right, and produces chaos because it tries to make sense out of things even when it doesn't make sense. And it creates barriers. It brings limitations and fear. It holds on to negative convictions and never unified in purpose, always prompting us in different directions, questioning, evaluating, and judging everything, has an opinion about everything, and holds on to being right under all conditions. Can you see how the ego mind can get in the way of having a peaceful and free life? Yes. And it also builds habit patterns. Habits are thoughts you have over and over. To get rid of a habit you don't want, you've got to get rid of the cause. Do you know what causes the problem, the issues, and all the uncertainty? No, it's not your mother or your spouse or your boss. Golden nugget. The cause is the thoughts that are chosen by the ego mind. Going to say this again. This is really serious here. Really important. The cause is the thoughts chosen by the ego mind. So to get rid of a result you don't want, you've got to get rid of the cause, the ego mind. You've got to take control of the ego mind. Don't give in to those thoughts. Stop thinking about the negative habit and replace it with a brand new habit. And do the new habit over and over and over until it becomes an empowering habit. Create firm, strong, ingrained habits of positive thinking. You see, the ego mind will chain you to the past. It'll chain you. It'll lock you up to the past. It keeps you in chains until you stop telling that story. You know that negative story you keep telling over and over. It's an old story. Stop telling it. What happened in the past is not the present problem. Here's a golden nugget for you. The present problem is your thoughts and the emotions you add to the thoughts. Your thoughts create beliefs. You are creating what you keep thinking and talking about. If you keep saying that people leave, you're creating people leaving. If you keep saying how broke you are, you'll just keep being broke. We create failure and despair in our ego mind. Each negative thought that finds its root in our conscious mind destroys the good we are seeking and brings us the opposite. You must deliberately guard your thoughts. Deliberately choose to think only thoughts that are in the image of your true desire. Refuse to accept the ego mind thoughts. Think only positive and refuse to accept negative circumstances as being real. Keep your thoughts fueled with faith and place no limits in your thinking. Believe that all things are possible. When they become probable, they become certain. Doing this will give you a life of joy, fun, adventure, and limitless rewards. Now, do you want to know how we manifest? How do we get what we want, need, and desire? Well, it's not about working hard at getting what we want. It's all about our thoughts. Golden nugget here. Our thoughts become things. I'm going to say that again. Our thoughts become things. Thoughts and ideas are chosen and accepted by the conscious mind, then filtered down to the subconscious mind, where these thoughts and ideas move into creation and become manifest in the physical world. Golden nugget. All things are decided in the conscious mind, and all decisions are created out in the subconscious mind. The moment we say something is impossible, we make it impossible for our subconscious to manifest it. It's foolish to think that God is limited. The subconscious mind denies us nothing. Nature denies us nothing. We always get what we ask for. So here's my personal story on manifestation. Okay, get ready. You know how I like to tell stories. It's so fascinating. So get ready for my story. Years ago, I believe it's the summer of 2013, and I'm reading a book about a man that manifested lots of money by doing a 45-minute meditation for 21 days. So I think, well, I'm a meditator. Heck, I'll try this. I start my manifesting meditation. Now it's the 20th day and nothing has happened, although I am enjoying it. Then on the last day, the 21st day, I get a call from a friend that I haven't seen or spoken to for years. She wants me to help her buy a house. I'm a real estate broker, but I haven't done real estate for 4 or 5 years. And I explain this to her, but she insists and says that she doesn't trust anyone else to help her with this big purchase. I agree to help her. Then buyer's remorse kicks in. Isabel, I'm not sure about this, she says, and I'm really scared. I need a sign. And I say to her, my dear, you have a sign. The for sale sign in the front of the house. After a few laughs, we put in the offer and go into escrow. 30 days later, I get a check, a big check. Hey, golden nugget here. We are only responsible for our thoughts, our attitudes, and reactions, and nothing else. We must be more thoughtful about our thoughts. Now, that's the good news, my friend. You see, you and I are only responsible for our thoughts? Wow! What about all the other stuff? No, only responsible for our thoughts. Our thoughts are the only thing we can control. That's it. There's very little that we can control. And there will always be conditions out of our control. There will be more conditions out of our control than in our control. And we have too much thought on a world that we cannot control. We must look past a world of chaos, insanity, pain, fear, and uncertainty so that we can see our true vision from our inner self. Golden nugget. We are literally products of our thoughts, the thoughts that we have chosen to accept. We are what we believe we are, period. We are what we believe we are. You and I are only responsible for our thinking, so we can stop the guilt trip. No more guilt. Guilt has no place in our life. Mistakes are for learning. Holding on to guilt will cause you to make the same mistakes over and over and over again. Guilt creates illusions and evil. And just like guilt, shame and remorse are poisonous. Don't allow them in. Take control of your thoughts. Take control of your life. Because if you don't take control of your thoughts, emotions, and attitude, the ego mind will take control. Golden nugget here. Action. All action springs from thought. When your thought is true, your action will be true. You don't need to give a lot of thought to the action. Thought produces action as naturally as the sun produces light. Action follows thought. If your thought is true, the action will be guided by the subconscious mind. Become the observer of your thoughts. You see, when you do this, when you become the observer of your thoughts, it's like being in heaven, free and happy. When you feel good, when you feel happy, you are in control of the ego mind and you are living in the subconscious mind. Now, here's a great suggestion. I did this and it works. Sit down and write a letter to your subconscious and ask for help, clarity, and miracles. Now, the letter should read just like a letter you would send to a friend, someone you know. You might even want to give your subconscious a name. I call my subconscious God. Yes, my subconscious name is God. Now, make the letter as detailed and specific as possible. Describe your idea in detail. The attributes, what steps you have taken, problems you've encountered, the gaps, what is needed, what you want, what are the obstacles, and so on and so on. Sometimes just writing the letter will help clarify issues and point out where more information is needed and prepare your subconscious to work. And have faith that your subconscious is all-knowing. Instruct your subconscious to find clarity and solutions. Tell your subconscious by when you want the answer. Seal the letter and put it away or mail it to yourself. And now let go and let your subconscious take over. Don't work on it, forget it, and do something else. The more work you put into the thinking, the more thoughts and the bits of information that you set random in motion, your intuition. And remember, your subconscious never rests. When you quit thinking about the subject and decide to forget it, your subconscious keeps on working. Then, open the letter in 3 days. If the intention has not been realized, put it away again. Sooner or later, when you are more relaxed and removed from what you are asking for, the answer will magically pop into your mind. I promise. Now, your letter should sound something like this. Dear subconscious, how are you? I haven't heard from you in a long time, so I thought I would write you a letter. I need some innovative ideas about, and this is where the details go, the steps you've taken, the problems you've encountered, what's needed and wanted, and so on. Right now, as you know, subconscious, I'm trying to think of ways to make this happen. So far, I've researched the methodology, brainstormed for ideas, and have asked everyone I know for their thoughts. I need your help, subconscious. Please deliver your ideas to me as soon as possible, or within 3 days. That would be good. Thank you sincerely. Sign your name. Thank you for listening. I hope that I was able to give you something to take away, something that finds you in a place of happiness, peace, and goodwill. Keep your thoughts pure, and your action will follow. I believe in you. I look forward to our next episode on Mastering Your Mind. And visit my website, masterfesto.com, and check out my books.
From author Isabel Elias comes the book Master Festo, The Joy of Mastery, available on Amazon. This must-read book offers you the possibility to get on a journey of mastery, a life journey with no finish line, a journey where joy is the foundation. Many have mastered something in life, but few people experience joy in their mastery. Mastery without joy can be hard and sometimes unfulfilling. Mastery with joy is done with grace and ease. Master Festo, The Joy of Mastery, is a blueprint to create your own mastery and bring joy to that mastery. You will work on mastering areas of your life that are most important: self-awareness, physical health, emotional health, mental well-being, spirituality, and being of service. You will read the stories of ordinary people expressing their extraordinary accomplishments. You will not be able to put this book down, and you will want to read it several times. Order your copy right now on Amazon. Master Festo, The Joy of Mastery, from author Isabel Elias, available in Kindle and paperback.
If you want to send me a personal message, drop me an email, isabel@masterfesto.com. And please like, comment on your takeaways from this episode. I love to read about them. Help me spread the word. Ask at least 3 of your friends to listen to my podcast and subscribe. This is important. Thank you. Until next week, I leave you with the words of Maya Angelou. Pursue the things you love doing, and then do them so well that people can't take their eyes off of you.